It's the Emma's eyes. Emma's got thighs. We got
You
4 eyes.
no
What else rhymes with eyes?
flies.
Flies? She stank, you got
And we're
flies.
done. Okay, that's it. We're out of here. Incredible. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Emmizzie podcast.
So sensual.
His name is Nicholas, and my name is Smooth Edit on
Oh
V96.7.
God, that's crazy.
We are here to give you your daily dose of two mans with tans, and we're here to talk about not being outside of it, but being in it. I'm talking about in it. Amen.
Crazy.
Thank y'all for being here.
I had no idea where you were going with that.
That's the fun. Just as fun as you being in it every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Are you talking about in it?
Are you talking about in it or you out of it? Because I could put you out of your misery.
Oh.
Not right now, though.
Yeah.
Be here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time for all the funs and the shenanigans, so you can shenan every time. Join the Discord here on wherever. What else I got to say?
We got an Instagram, we got a Discord, we got all types of stuff. Guess where you want to be in the live stream? All the links are below.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
In the diddly do. How are you?
Oh, I'm good.
I wasn't asking you. I was asking them, but I guess you can talk.
Wow, what?
I guess you can talk if you want to.
That is so crazy. So,
excuse me. Go ahead.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I'm great.
Mm-hmm.
Because update from last episode, guys. As of this morning at like 6 something a.m. Why was I awake? Because I was. I am officially monetized on TikTok.
Woo woo.
Woo, yay! Because first time in 5 years I've been monetized on TikTok. I'm so excited, bitch. You're never gonna get rid of me. I'm gonna be making so many goddamn videos. It's just gonna be nonstop. So I'm very excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm excited.
Okay.
That's how I'm doing. Another agency just reached out to me. So
Lie to them this time. Let them find out.
well, they didn't ask about representing me. They just asked. They said that there is it's a real agency. I looked into it. They said that there is a company they're working with that is interested in me. So they mentioned me to them. So they messaged me immediately.
That sounds like some workaround scammy stuff.
I don't know. Just
you're in an agency that works with this company, and you told this company about me, but I don't work for you. No, the company
asked about me.
Okay.
Do you know this creator?
Do you know this person?
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we'll sign you to work with this person.
They just asked my rates.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not telling them shit. I'm going to tell you my rate. What did you ask me? Oh, okay. This is my rate.
Okay, well, yeah. Cool.
So I'm excited about that.
Work.
So, but yeah, work. We are monetized. Things are happening. Things are moving. Things are grooving, as white people say. So yeah, I'm
grooving and moving.
Okay. So I'm happy. How are you?
Boobing and tubing. Tube boobing on.
We're done with it.
Flim
Actually,
flume.
we're moving on.
I'm great. We got some solidified places where we stand. We got tickets booked.
Oh, for
we
Ireland.
got
for what?
Well, I was gonna say if you let me finish it.
You just started saying where you have tickets booked. What? They're sitting there like, hello.
That's so I don't give you the full thing, so you can wait for me to get to the end, so you can go, oh, it's for. That's the whole. That was the point.
He's going to Ireland. I think you already told them that.
I know they know I'm going to Ireland, but I'm giving an update on what's going on. So for Ireland, we got tickets booked, place to stay. One of the people that was on the trip came in on the super duper clutch because for whatever reason, this man had $600 worth of Airbnb
Hella Airbnb
vouchers just
points.
sitting around that didn't expire, that he didn't had for years already, that we found out on the call. We have Zoom calls every week to like, find out details, and just one of the people that's coming, he like is an event planner for a big bank company. So he just do plans and dates and times all day. So
in presentations
with like big people. He always, for whatever reason, always somewhere where Bill Gates is at.
Yeah, whenever I see his stories, I'm like
he's always around Bill Gates.
Somehow in a glass building looking at mountains and ocean
and then I look to the left, and then there's a billionaire. But so we got a lot of stuff planned. Like I said, books, stuff is booked up. We got 2 Airbnbs already. We have a car. I keep telling them that we need 2 cars. We may need 2 cars, but everybody want to keep saying 1 car is going to be enough. I don't know if they plan on just packing a single bag. It's 5 of us.
So there's supposed to be 5 suitcases.
We have a SUV. It's a pretty decent sized SUV. It's kind of like the size of the Wagoneer. However,
I don't like that word.
Wagoneer?
Yeah.
I don't know. It don't sound right.
Wagoneer.
A Wagoneer.
It's weird.
Wagoneer.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's kind of like gross to say off. It's like Keith. Like Keith just sounds gross to say out the mouth.
I only know one Keith, and he is gross.
Keith drives a Wagoneer. Anyway, it's a pretty big spot, or a pretty big car. So it may fit everybody's suitcase if everybody brings 1 suitcase. Right. Now, we all know that there's certain parties in here of the female type that's going.
There's only one girl, by the way.
And if she hears this, we know she gonna need at least a suitcase and another bag.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I mean, we going with like straight men, so they probably gonna pack 2 pair of underwear and 1 pair of pants. So they'll probably be fine.
I feel like your clothes are big though.
My clothes are big, so I'm gonna need that big
and
suitcase.
It's cold.
And it's gonna be cold, so I'm gonna have to bring 1 jacket, which really don't sit right with me because I only get 1 fit. Like I can put that shit on 1 time. Like the only thing though that I'm kind of like okay about is the fact that a lot of the time we're not gonna be like in city areas. We're gonna be like out hiking or like in like scenic areas.
So won't that be cold? Like, aren't you gonna need a lot of sweaters?
Well, no,
and, like
from what we see, from what we project right now, it's probably gonna be because we're going a bit earlier than we thought we was gonna go.
True.
So it's gonna be like low 70s, like mid 60s while we out there. So pretty cold, but not like freezing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Once we get towards like the cliffs and like the water, it's gonna get cold, but it's not gonna be nothing that we ain't ever experienced here in the Michigan winter.
True. You run warm.
I think, and I run very warm, so I think I'll be just fine.
Yeah.
They'll have to figure that shit out. But anyway, I think we'll be all right.
Ireland.
And we got everything.
I can't believe you're going to Ireland.
I'm excited. I've never been outside of the country. I've never been outside of this continent, I should say. Well, no, I ain't been outside of this country because I don't count Canada.
Canada doesn't count.
Canada's not. And I go like 30 minutes from the border. So it's like, that's not.
Canada doesn't count.
That don't count. Even when you go to Toronto.
You haven't been outside of North America.
I've never been outside of North America. I've never been to Mexico. I've never been nowhere.
But you haven't even really been to a lot of places inside of the U.S.
I haven't been anywhere.
Yeah.
I've been to Chicago, Alabama, New York City, against my free will. No, I went one time for my free will, but most times I went not on my own. I didn't.
You've been to Ohio.
I've been to Toledo. I've been to Cleveland one time for like an hour for work, so I didn't go.
I've been to more U.S. places than you have.
You have been, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't really think there's a lot of places I want to go in the U.S. And that's a lie, but it costs money.
Yeah.
I don't have money.
You could go everywhere in the U.S. for what you're doing in Ireland.
Chelsea says, what part of Ireland are you going to? If it's the Republic of Ireland, it's pretty close to the UK, so it's probably going to be cold as fuck. No, so we are going to be on like the south side and the west side. We're going to be in like Galway. Our first house is in Killarney. The second one is close to Dublin. Kill.
Oh, Killarney.
Kilerney.
Got it. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So we're gonna be there. Right now, it's
cold as fuck.
What is it right now?
60s or like, it's all 60s. 62, 64, 63. And this is their summer.
Let me tell you something. I am from Michigan, bro. I don't care. I'm from Michigan, bro. It gets so cold up here. I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna be fine, dog. Yeah. If I could live through a Michigan winter, I can make it.
Michigan winters aren't even bad.
Michigan winters are crazy.
Up north, but
and you be in the house.
Not. No, but I drove in the. We have the same weather.
Nope.
Where I'm from.
Nope.
I'm 30 minutes away. We have the same weather.
Nope.
It snowed twice this year.
Nope. No, but no, like the northern Michigan, like it do be cold. But
yeah,
but I've handled northern Michigan a bunch of times. Like it's not crazy to me to be up there in the winter. So it's like it'd be cold, but I'm not gonna die. Like it's very, I can do things and be out. Yeah, cold. No, so it's
you'll be fine
as long as it's not gonna snow out there. So I'll be all right. Yeah,
I wouldn't be fine. You would be fine.
Anyway, enough about that. You got anything else you need to say?
No.
Okay, cool. Because we're gonna get into hot topics.
Yum.
Okay.
We are going to get sued at some point. I just know it.
We're going to get what?
Sued at some point.
That's not true.
I feel it. I feel like that's their intellectual property.
To say yum?
With the jingle.
How you know it's a jingle? How you know it's a jingle?
Because there's like a melodic little one too.
How do you know it's a jingle? You don't own a jingle. You can't own a jingle.
You sure can.
You can't. You can own a jingle, but you can't own like a sound, a noise. That's a noise.
Listen, is it Red Robin? What are they?
I don't know, because why would we say who it is if they're going to sue us?
I was going to say, just like partner with us. Sponsor us.
This podcast is sponsored by Red Robin.
Is that who it is?
Oh my Jesus, God in heaven.
Who
Lord,
is
have
it?
mercy on his soul, please, Jesus God.
Hot Pockets. Yum. That's what Liana says. It's a restaurant.
Hot Pockets. Yum.
Anyway, whatever. We're going to start.
Oh my God, have you ever been to Red Robin's?
No.
They have great burgers. We should go. It's one still open.
Red Robin seems like a motel.
That's the Red Roof.
Is that the one you took me to? No, that was the Red Door.
Wow, what the fuck are you talking about?
Do you remember when you took me to this motel? But we were just with friends before we went out. And that guy beat the shit out of his girlfriend in front of Kelly.
That was after. Yeah, that was after we all had came back.
And Kennedy was like puking on the floor.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, that was the Red Roof Inn.
Red Roof.
Mm-hmm.
But it had a really big tub in the middle of the room.
Yeah, because I tried to be
fancy,
romantic, and get a fancy. Listen, that's all I had to work with. Okay,
I wasn't judging.
All I had was enough to pay for that.
I wasn't judging. It was right when we just started dating, like first year.
Yeah.
You took me to the Red Roof,
mm-hmm.
Red Roof Inn
with the jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi
and the mirrors.
I had mirrors everywhere. I had a fat ass bottle of Ciroc and a dream.
And some bullshit.
Yeah, and then I almost didn't make it out. But anyway.
Cool. You can go ahead and go first.
We are going to start with Stephanie fucking Sue. Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, wee. I don't know if everybody knows who Stephanie Sue is. If you don't, what the fuck? Sorry, side note. Did you know that she wasn't always like a true crime person? When she had just started, she was doing mukbangs where she talked about like her hoe activities. Right, isn't that crazy? Sometimes I forget like how I met Stephanie Sue.
Well, I know that she got that separate YouTube channel where she's very like
she's an adult,
super kawaii and like shit like that.
What
is that racist to say? Yeah. Was that racist as fuck?
I think so.
That felt racist to say.
Felt racist because
that felt really racist
to do
because she be doing cutesy shit and like.
But she's like more of an adult. She makes like adult jokes.
I know, but she do.
Jokes.
I'm gonna move. We gonna move on.
Yeah,
we gonna move past that. Fuck? That was crazy. We gonna move past it.
Yes, exactly. Liana says because Super Kawaii is Japanese and she is.
We gonna move on because that was crazy.
She's Korean. Wow. Edmund literally just said all Asian people look like. That's what he just said. Did you guys hear that? The fuck?
Oh shit! My bad.
So Stephanie Sue is covering the Diddy trial, and she's in the press room or in the press section in the room. And she has been doing it since the beginning, whatever. Diddy turns around and mouths to her, "I know you." that's spooky. To which all the other press, like big ass press, turned to her like, babe, I'm scared of you. Good luck. And then she noticed that like people who would come up to hug her and stuff to be like, oh my god, you're Stephanie Sue, would be like reaching in her purse to grab shit. That like people would be asking what hotel she's staying at. She's had to switch hotels, I think, like 4 times. Like, people are asking all types of questions, coming up to her on the streets being like, do you think your audience like would do things that you say? Do you have power over your audience and things like that? Like, clearly not a fan asking. Like, girl, I'm so scared for her. Diddy is not to be fucked with. And the fact that he is like directly looking at her and being like, I see you and I know what you're doing. And repeating things that she says like back to the court is crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing that really fucked me up. It's like, because like I remember that video you was watching in here.
Yeah.
They had said in there that in the Diddy documents or I don't know what you call those, but like how he was telling the court illustrator or whoever it is to tell them, yo, can you make sure y'all don't paint me or don't make my photo look so like a koala, which is crazy because in one of her videos she has said that when he came to the courtroom he kind of resembled a koala bear,
and like no one else said that,
and nobody else said that but her.
Like, people are scared for her because the difference between...
She should be afraid.
Oh, 100%. And
it's crazy because... Oh, go ahead. I was saying, like, she should be afraid because, like, she's so green. Like, she didn't really understand what people were saying to her about, like, yo, you should probably, like, get some security, like, blah, blah, blah. And, like, when people, like you said, when people would come up to her and ask her, like, where are you staying? How long you in town for? Like, do you live out here? Blah, blah, blah. Like, she thinking it's just fans. But remember, you told me her security said, yo, you got to quit letting motherfuckers come up to you because they're not asking. These aren't your fans asking you questions, and she didn't understand that part. She's like, what do you mean? I always talk to my fans.
Like the parasocial relationship of it all. Like, people come up to you, of course you're gonna take pictures with them. You're gonna be like, oh my god,
you're gonna hug them. You're gonna do all that shit. And then she was talking about she would notice like little shit, like her pens was missing,
like things,
but she never thought it was niggas going in her pockets.
People are
niggas trying to take your fucking wallet out to find out where you at. Like, it's crazy.
It's actually fucked up, and
it's
like
crazy.
The fact that did I lose it?
Probably.
Oh yeah, that like press was saying like the difference between the reason Stephanie's more of a threat to him or however he sees her is because these people are just on like TV or like news articles. Like, they can only relay so much information in like a segment, whereas like what she's doing is like day by day, hours of documentation and like every single detail like to a T. So it's like she's not letting things slide. She's not a network that can be bought. She's not all of these things. She's doing this so authentically. That is threatening to him.
And like, she's catching more shit. Because like, when it's
her people are in there too. Like, it's not just her. She has a team that's also in there, and they each are like jotting down sections. They're like dedicated to things so that they miss nothing.
And not only that, it's just like when you like a journalist at a different, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever the fuck it is, like you got like maybe 10 stories that you working on, right? If she's solely dedicating her time to this and she has a team behind her, she like, nigga, she noticing body language, who you looking at, how long you looking at them, why you might be looking at them, the questions that's being asked, and she puts it in 4-hour blocks twice a week, bro. Like,
she will literally be like, like he
you
had
getting
this
8
look
hours
on
of
his
the
face.
trial. If you go ahead,
she'll be like, he had this look on his face when he was staring at this person who does this and this and like.
And then we looked at this person and we found out that he does this and this person has this connection. Like, she doing all the fucking links, and that nigga Diddy like, bitch, shut up.
Yeah, that's so scary.
I believe, and this is just my whatever the fuck, I thought from the beginning that Diddy was gonna get away with this shit and it was gonna be the end of it.
Yeah,
I think that he gonna get got and she's gonna be a major part in it. And I think he knows that. And that's why he's trying to shut her the fuck up.
Yeah, I agree. I think he has had control over the media for so long because, like, why did everyone know this? And this has never blown up the way it has. Why? Like, media, like certain media outlet heads have been at parties. Like, this is all, everybody in the entertainment industry is.
He's bought everybody in the cabal. But she's not in it. She's not in that circle.
And so she is authentically putting everything out there. And that is so amazing and threatening to him.
Yeah, I hope he don't hurt that girl because she really
know.
is out here giving out
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
bro. Someone said then there was a girl that kept playing a Smex. Oh, I actually can't say that on
Adult.
here. Yeah, adult sounds, and she is 10 tones down with. Oh my god, I can't read. Can you read that?
I think she's got some typos. She is 10 toes down. It's Will Smith. And I'm like, no, it's. Oh, no, she doesn't have typos. And I'm like, no, dummy, it's Meek Mill. Wait, what?
I think there was this audio that was going around of like
I
some
thought that was
people.
AI.
No, it wasn't AI. It was a clip from that dude that be doing the
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm talking
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah. But yeah, there was an audio like 2 years ago about
Same
like
thing.
allegedly
It's the same
Meek Mill
thing.
and what's
That's
his
the
face?
same
Oh,
thing.
okay. Because that was
All
from
of the
years
audio
ago.
that's been coming out that's supposedly Diddy and Meek Mill is just clips from that dude.
From that guy.
You don't deserve my nut like that guy.
Yeah.
That's him. Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but
yeah,
yeah, the whole
that's
thing's
really crazy, and I feel like she's gonna be a major key and all this stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything that they
Oh my
say.
god, yes. Like when they finally take him down, what obviously fucking Hulu, Peacock, like everybody, Netflix, they all have their own like stories, documentaries, whatever they put out. She's gonna be in one for sure.
And they gonna cut her a
Check.
check
72 is not doing that shit for free.
at all,
That
as
is
she
a rich
shouldn't.
girl.
As she shouldn't. Speaking of rich girls,
Okay.
let's get into the next best rap beef on the world. The next best beef ever.
Who?
Big Elon and Trumpito been going at it on Twitter.
They really
real
are.
crazy. They've been having real bad crash outs.
I heard
Specifically,
that-
Elon
I heard
crashing
that
out
Elon apologized.
because he's bitch made and
okay.
he's soft. And I can say that now because he's no longer in the cabal of right
What's
wing.
cabal? I only know about
Like secret
Kabbalah.
group, like a secret society, a group,
okay.
like, you know what I'm saying, like not cult, but like a
Wow.
group of people. Anyway, he not in the in crowd anymore, so I'll say it. That nigga a hoe for that, because he was doing all that crash out big dog
Big
shit,
barking.
and then 24 hours later you deleted your tweet,
Yep.
and then came back talking about what did he say? I forget. He apologized for what he said. And a lot
They
of
were probably threatening his fucking citizenship.
Well, he was talking about probably that how, what do I say his name is? The Orange Man had threatened to cut funding to all his stuff, and he still was like, "We'll see how that goes." But he probably thought about it, was like, "I probably need that money. I'm gonna chill out because I just built that plant out in Missouri, and I'm
Tesla
fucking
brand
up
is
the fresh
tanking.
water out there." Yeah, so whatever. Chelsea said, "I'm ashamed to say he's autistic. Not all of us like that are like that wanker." Yeah, and people been using his like autism as like an excuse for why he be doing and saying some certain stuff. I don't want to hear that. But anyway, no. Elon and the Orange Man, Oompa Loompa, have been going at it. We're going at it until Elon backed out. And I just thought it was just so funny because everybody was so on his side in the beginning.
He really, and this is the thing. Personally, obviously, like he will never be a person that I'm like, that's a good guy.
No.
But everybody was kind of like, we'll hear you out a little bit. We like when he said like all this stuff that was happening with the Epstein files and everything. People were like, "Oh my God, he dropped a bomb!" Blah blah blah. The whole time I'm sitting here like, "But you knew that, and you still worked with him. You're just mad right now." So like, I don't care what you have to say. We knew he was a part of things.
It's just different because somebody on their side said it.
But
because we've been saying it the whole time.
But it doesn't matter to me because that you knew. And you still went into business with him. So it's like, I don't care that you didn't drop a bomb. You are still a part of the problem because had you guys not fucking fell out, you still would have been there.
Yeah. So it don't really make a difference.
Second dick
I
in the
just
Oval
like that
Office.
he said it. I just like that he was the one to come out there and say it. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing for me to be sitting here and being like, yeah, my manager sucks and I don't like dealing with him. It's another thing when that person's son said it. It's like, yeah, I knew too, but like that's that he's so close to him. Being that close and feeling that way,
Yeah.
I love to see it. The motherfucker came on here and said, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you know what I'm saying?
But then he said, never mind, I actually like it.
But then backed out.
Pussy,
Yeah, that was some
pussy
hot
behavior.
shit.
Pussy behavior.
I just think it was very funny because, the fuck was that?
I think what's crazy is that I think honestly, all of this boils down to one, either his citizenship, or two, Tesla. Who buys Teslas? The Republican Party. That is like the biggest buyer of Tesla. And when he had now fallen out, like with him,
Yeah.
that affects his back end because he already fucked up with everybody else who doesn't like them. Everybody else was already boycotting, but people were still supporting and going overboard to support him on the other side. And now you fucked up that bag, whether you did it or not. It fucked up, so now you're losing even more. So it's like I think he just.
So
I think
you
it's.
really
I think
out.
it's. I think it's the money at the back end. That's what I think it is.
I don't know, maybe. He put that ketamine down, and he got a little clearer of a mind, I guess. Which is so funny that nobody talked about that. The fact that he was
drugs?
that he was at the Oval
Everyone
Office
is
just
up
high
there.
as hell.
Everyone's up there
Just
getting fucked up.
Yeah, but he was visibly. You ain't see the clip?
Yeah, I just that all are.
Yeah, but they're not that visually apparent about it. They all high all the time.
Yeah.
But he just showed it.
Yeah. I just think
And that's part of the other thing about this whole thing about them going back and forth. Like, yeah, it's like I love to see them fighting each other, whatever, rip each other apart. It's so funny. But I think that like part of the reason why Elon probably is gonna be kicked out of like the inner circle is because like he exposes like the truth and like how
much of a
all this
hothead.
shit is set up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I had said this to you in the car before, but sorry, I'm very burpy. Like Elon doing this fucking crash out and shit just exposes how like these people are just regular fucking people. Like
Yes.
for the longest time, everybody always swore that Elon was this like genius because he had all this money. He's the smartest man ever. He's just so fucking like brilliant, blah, blah, blah.
Even though he was like, I want to build a spaceship to a team, and then the team does it. He didn't do it.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
just was like, I want a spaceship.
But
These are
that was
my toy cars.
But that was the first part of his fucking demise. The second part is realizing that these niggas just be having all this fucking money. They're still lame ass niggas. Like
lame ass dude.
and that shit fucks up the fucking system because it's like once you get to realizing that these super rich people are just regular. Because like I feel like in this country, in a lot of other countries, but specifically here in America, like people place value on who you are as a person based off of how much fucking money you got.
Yeah.
And if you have a shit ton of fucking money, that means you got to be smart or like talented or like some shit. And sometimes that is true, but like a lot of the times, a lot of these niggas over here just be rich as fuck because they know how to exploit people and they know how to fucking manipulate people and they know how to like
Take credit
for shit that they didn't do,
Yes.
which is what the fuck Elon did. And so while all these niggas for all this time thought he was just this brilliant ass nigga, and you starting to find out that he just a lame nigga that can't hold his fucking drugs and crash the fuck out whenever shit don't go his way, you get to going, oh, he's just like me. So then why can't I have $1 million? What is he doing that's different from me having $1 billion? Like, why can't I have $1 billion? What's so special about him to where he has all this money and I don't? And then you get to start asking questions of, okay, well, this nigga's a fucking dumbass. We see this now. How did this dumbass nigga get his money? Why is he so fucking rich and he's this fucking stupid? Why does he have so much influence, so much power, so much access, so much everything while I'm smarter than this nigga and I'm working at McDonald's? Why does he have all this shit? And if you ask too many questions, you're going to start finding out some crazy ass answers. Then the revolution start.
Yeah, I think that part of why he's such a liability too is like people at the top don't talk. They don't tell on each other. They don't do that stuff.
They
because
don't.
Everybody has something to hide.
And they're all like him.
But I don't know anything about Elon really, like in his life. But there hasn't been a lot of people who come out about him other than like the business stuff. Like he doesn't from yet seem to have looming secrets and things that like people at the top can hold against him. So I think that's also why he's a liability, because he's able to like sit there and be like, this is what's going on, this is what's happening, blah blah blah, blah, and no one can really like expose him. Because if there's nothing to expose, I can say whatever I want, because I'm not in fear that if I crash out and say what they're doing at the top, someone's going to say what I'm doing. He's just a businessman who takes people's ideas.
He's just a lame nigga.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, with money. Whereas, like, I feel like that's a lot of why the things don't get exposed at the top, is because all those people have
got
shit
dirt
to
on
hide.
each other.
You know, that's why the whole Epstein thing is even a thing. Because everybody, with the Diddy stuff, everybody is involved in some way, whether you're a security who knew something or you were bringing the drugs, whatever it was. Every person is involved in these things. But I think Elon is just like there. He's just a rich guy. He's just the loser who got invited because his dad's rich. Like, that's kind of like the vibe.
That's it.
When you think of it in high school terms, like,
that's it.
He's just like the kid who got popular because he was born rich. So everyone's like, oh my God, well, that's the rich kid. Like, that's literally what he is.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
This nigga made PayPal, and all of a sudden he's supposed to be this cool ass nigga that's in front of everybody. Like, no, him, fucking Mark Zuckerberg, Peter Thiel, all these rich niggas that's about to fucking destroy the world. All them niggas is fucking lame like that. They just all the lame niggas that just got rich.
We just need to put all the billionaires in a boxing ring and let them go. May the best man billionaire win.
You know, Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos used to go back and forth on Twitter about like having like a boxing match.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
And for a while I thought they was going to do it. I would love to see
that be
a billionaire boxing club. I just want to see them niggas just
Bare knuckle though.
Bare knuckle.
No mouth guard.
Loser loses his company.
Oh. Loser has to put $1 billion towards Gaza's aid. Like,
Oh, they not gonna do that shit.
I
No
know.
way.
Like, come on.
They really ain't gonna do it. Matter of fact, we gonna cancel the fighting.
Right, even though $1 billion is a penny to them.
Bro, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Limos.
anywho,
Can I have a sip of that? Or did you drink it all?
it's all gone. Because I needed it really bad.
Yeah, I'm struggling over here.
You have some coffee.
I did already, but it's not like
Kicking me in.
okay, well, update from last episode. We talked about Yulissa, I think is her name, on Love Island. She was the girl, the white girl who said the N-word a bunch of times. Anyway, we were saying like it was all planned, like putting her on the show. I think it was clickbait. I still think it is.
For sure it is.
But the way they just removed her from the show was so fucking crazy. So, update, Love Island removed her from the show. Second or third, but I think second episode in. This is how they do it. They literally go, the girls are in the pool, Yulissa left the building, and Jeremiah's over here. Like, that was it. Like, no, like nothing. And then they never talked about her again.
Like she never existed.
They just were like, oh, Yulissa left the building. Which I think is so fucking funny.
And it has to be so crazy for everybody there because
I want to know what they told them, because we only see like an hour or so a day.
Yeah. And everything everything that we see is from the day before. So it's just like, did they just walk in and go, hey, so she's gone? No one speak about her for the rest of the day.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just wish we knew. I wish we knew. I wish we knew. I wish we knew. But
which is also so funny too, because she was intertwined with some of the people too, right?
Yes.
So it's like
she was in a couple.
You just don't. So you just he's just there floating around now.
All of a sudden, we're like, so Ace is single. What? Yeah, and Ace
and
was
he's
just
not
walking
talking
around
about
like,
it.
so I'm single now. So
hey guys.
No, there was something that went on. I don't think they told them, because I think like why? Because I feel like that would have like interrupted the.
I just think they edited out her like from the show. Yeah,
I think they probably just told them like Yulissa had to go home for personal reasons or something, like something like that. But you know their NDAs are not strict because of all the stuff that they talked about.
We'll find out after
the villa. So I'm sure we'll find
unless they made it a little bit more stricter now, because last
Leah.
time Leah bitch
talking about
what Leah was talking about everything.
She was like, she hadn't even like left Fiji, like they were still like in the hotels, and she was like, yeah, fuck the producers, like right away. But Yulissa apologized, and I'm gonna read it. She hopped on to Chat GPT and did a little 1-2 and put that bitch online. And this is what she had to say. First of all, she posted a picture on Instagram that says look at it, like it's a profound quote. It says, owning my mistakes and speaking my truth. Dash, Yulissa Escobar. Girl, bye. And then it says, Yulissa, official statement. First, I want to apologize for using a word I had no right in using. Podcast clips from years ago have recently resurfaced, and which is already a lie, and I want to address it directly. In those clips, I used a word I never should have used, a racial slur. I used it ignorantly, not fully understanding the weight, history, or pain behind it. I wasn't trying to be offensive or harmful, but I recognize now the intention doesn't excuse impact, and the impact of what the word is real. It's tied in generations of trauma, and it's not mine to use. This is the part that gets me. At the time, I was speaking casually in conversation. Okay, so this is my thing.
What happened?
So this is my thing. She says it is not a word I use, but then said, "Oh, I was speaking casually in conversation." So it casually came up.
So that means you use it.
It means
sister.
you use it. You're a liar, 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 liar. Pants are on fire. But yeah, it's talking about how like I've learned, I'm reflecting, I've grown, I've taken the time to reflect, to learn, and grow from that moment, babe. In one day.
How old is she?
Well, she said she's 26 or something, but she's like 30.
She's really
she lied
30.
on the show.
She's really 30 something.
Yeah. Everything's been a lie. So yeah, there's a lot of blah, blah, blah stuff in here, but it's just like, well, and the victim thing down here. There's also been fake statements circulating and blah, 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 blah. Like, please. In 2025, okay, to make a statement that you didn't understand the weight of that word and the gravity of that word in 2025, was it ever okay? No. But in 2025, we are in the era of the internet. There isn't a world where you don't know that. Whether your friends say that you can say it or not, there like isn't a world in North America where you don't know that. Like, that's so crazy to me that you would even say that. The audacity. Just be honest. Just be like, I said it. And I understand that it was a terrible thing. And I'm moving forward. I'm not going to whatever. But to be like,
I didn't know what I was doing. Bitch, you 30. Shut the fuck up.
yes, you did. Like, okay, maybe before like COVID, maybe it wasn't something that was talked about. Everybody like in your community and everybody was around you in Miami allowing you to say that word. Okay. Sure. You hear that a lot in New York, that people let like white Puerto Rican people say it. And like you hear that people do let people say it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go on a public platform, you have to understand. Woo-wee.
That bitch said, I didn't know what I was saying. It was an accident. That'd be the same. That's the same way. That's the same thing as me going, yeah, I didn't fuck that guy. I just slipped and fell on some dick.
Right.
It was an accident. I ain't mean to do it.
Slipped and fell, booty hole open.
Booty hole
Pants
open.
off. I slipped and fell. My pants are already off.
My pants just slipped off. Belt undone on accident. On an accidental accident. Pants unbuttoned.
Yep.
Don't know how it happened. It was just a stroke of bad luck. Stroke of bad luck. And I just slipped and ended up on some dick. Yeah, I don't really have it for her. Fuck her. I hope that bitch lose everything.
Yeah, same.
I don't have it for motherfuckers that be. I didn't have it for motherfuckers pre-COVID. I never had it for a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. I didn't mean to. I didn't know it was a bad thing to say. Bitch, anytime after the 90s, and that's being fucking generous. Anything after the 90s, bitch, if you calling people niggas after the 90s, bitch, fuck you. Fuck your mama.
Yeah, calling people.
Fuck your grandma. So fuck your nieces, your nephews. Fuck your granddaddy. Fuck your granddaddy's granddaddy. Fuck your children, your children's children, and whatever bastards them little niggas have too. Okay. Fuck all y'all. Because everybody is allowed to say nigga. But the second I throw some other slurs out, then I'm the bad guy. Fuck you, fuck all y'all. And that's on my mama, nigga.
Yeah, to be calling someone that is like so ever to call someone it ever means you know that it's an insult.
And now that's my nigga. Bitch, I hope you get jumped by 6 niggas. How about that?
Like, it's just
grown men. I hope 6 grown men beat your ass.
Right. The whole villa just beats her ass.
The whole villa. Just fuck her up.
Shirley and Alondria.
Fuck her. Yeah. I hope one of them grab her arms and the other one grab her legs and they throw that bitch into the water off the island.
With the piranhas.
In the
Amazon.
You hear me? Fuck her. Anyway, go ahead. What are you saying?
Yeah, I just think that's a whole lot of bullshit. I don't even understand why she put that up. Literal, like, It'd be worse for me when y'all apologize. It'd be worse for me when y'all do all that shit and just say the shit with your whole fucking chest and then back out. Bitch, don't back out. Stand in it. My favorite racists are the ones that call me a nigga and stand on it. You call me one and you say firm you are a nigga. And guess what? You know what? I respect you for saying that, white man. I'm going to still beat the dog shit out of you. Right. But at least I can respect you man to man that you going to say what you going to say. And you going to stand on it. You ain't going to be these little bitch ass niggas that back out on the last minute because you don't want to face the flames of what you did and what you said. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think too, like, there's not that it's my apology to ever accept, but like, I think of it in the way of being like any Indian slurs I've been called. For me, I'm like, it's just so different in how you acknowledge it. Like, there's such a difference in how you acknowledge what you did. Like, to say, I'm sorry, I didn't know this X, Y, and Z.
You're lying.
Yeah, you're just like, you're not telling the truth. Like, you could have said, like, yes, I've said it and I understand that it's not the right thing to say and the time and place is terrible that I did it in, and I'm lived in this community where this is allowed, and because I guarantee you in Miami it is they just let anybody say it. But it's like, to acknowledge it and be like, yes, this happened. Moving forward, I'm going to be doing this. Not the like, oh, I didn't, but if I don't know, like the woe is me thing.
I feel that, yeah. That's like, just the whole thing is just ass.
Yeah.
I'm over arguing with you niggas about what the fuck. If you saying then you not black and it's 2025.
2025.
If you saying nigga in 2025 and you not black, you doing it because you want to. Fuck you. Yep. Fuck your dead ass granny. Fuck your daughter that you had a miscarriage with. Fuck all them niggas.
Because even too, like, so that, like I was saying with the like time and place thing, is it's like it's never okay. But like when you're around a community of people who allow it, whatever, that's on them. Those freaky frogs who let you take.
Them niggas got to answer for that. But it's still fuck you. I'm not your fucking friend.
But like when you're around other people who aren't your friends, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't understand. Or like you went online and said it. You said it publicly. You weren't saying it, not that it's okay, in the comfort of your own home or your friend group. You said it for millions of people to see. So like at the end of the day, how people respond is how people respond, and you got to take the brunt of that.
Whatever, fuck her.
Yeah, no, big heavy on the fuck her.
Give a fuck about her.
Yep. Next topic.
Another fucking crazy thing. So Miley Cyrus, I guess, is coming out with a movie. Came out. I don't know. I don't fucking follow her. I guess she got a movie for an album. Did she come out with an album recently, or is she coming out with one?
I don't know if it's out right now.
Help me, white people. Is she coming out with an album, or is it... Anyway, regardless of if she's coming out with one or if she had one to come out, there's a movie.
Help me, white people.
There's a movie that she attached to it that she created. She had a whole cast of people. It's a movie. It's a
the
album is out. Okay, so she got a movie attached to it. Kind of like how Beyonce. Yeah, kind of like how Beyonce had that visual album for Lemonade. Which is funny because that's her inspiration.
She gave us Lemonade visual album. She said, "I'm never making another music video ever again."
Okay, that was the last one. So Miley had a movie that she made with it, and so she had the movie premiere in the Tribeca Film Festival. She was charging niggas $800 to come see it. Motherfuckers flooded that motherfucker and filled that bitch up just to come in there and ask her to sing.
Yeah, like. Guys, she was being heckled. So a part of it was that you got to watch the movie and there was a panel where there was questions and stuff
With
going
her,
on.
the director, the cinematographer, the DP, all these niggas.
And while they're literally having a conversation on stage, people are screaming, "Sing! We paid $800 for you to sing!"
Are you gonna sing? Bitch, are you?
Like, while they're speaking is so fucking... Imagine you're like, someone who's a heckler. Like, how embarrassing.
I would sock a nigga. I'm so glad I don't have friends like that. I would sock a nigga that does
shut
that.
the fuck up.
I be talking sideways to niggas when they talk crazy to the waiters and waitresses. We are at a film festival that we both paid $800 to see this motherfucking movie, and you heckling the nigga who... Bitch, I will hit you.
And not just heckling anyone. I'm sorry. Miley Cyrus?
What the fuck is your problem?
You're heckling the Miley Cyrus. That is insane.
So I guess people went in there and they talking about some, I thought you were going to sing. I thought this was a concert. I thought blah, blah, blah. I'm going to circle back to what I said in the beginning. These tickets were $800 to see this fucking film and to speak to her directly. You telling me you pay 800 bones and you didn't read your ticket?
Of what you were paying?
Because I looked up the ticket to see maybe if there was some shit that wasn't unclear or that it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck like that. That motherfucker says film festival movie ticket. Nothing in the description said nothing about no sing-alongs. We not about to be in the front like a Miley, like a Taylor Swift fucking movie having goddamn kumbaya circles in the front. We not about to hold hands and sing together.
Like Duck, Duck, Goose.
I'm not singing shit. You bitches is gonna watch this movie and ask me what y'all questions about the motherfucker.
But I'm mad that she sang because like
that was the other part that pissed me
don't
off.
bend to these fucking losers who pissed away their money and sat there and, I'm sorry, gonna say, bullied you into singing. Because if anybody has not seen the video, just go YouTube it, TikTok. There'll be clips of it everywhere. People heckling Miley Cyrus. It is so embarrassing. They're not just like one person being like, hey, sing.
It was like 4 people.
Multiple people screaming over her talking about this thing that she is so proud to share.
She said, like, yeah, this clip is about my trauma with this, and I just really wanted to just focus on this thing. And in the middle of that motherfucker's like, sing the claim.
Like, oh my God, those people. Security. Escort these bitches out.
And let this be a lesson to you niggas about the entitlement of Americans.
Yeah.
Like, only the most entitled nigga on earth would pay $800, yes.
Oh,
would pay $800 to go see somebody and then demand them to do something.
Yeah.
Bitch, you didn't pay for that experience. You didn't pay for me to sing.
No. I just don't understand. It didn't say we're singing.
It never said that.
So why would you sit there and expect that from her?
Because I pay $800 for this.
I don't give a fuck what you paid.
And because I paid, this is why the customer is never fucking right.
Like,
I paid for this thing, and it was a lot of fucking money. And because I paid for it, I want you to do what I paid for, what I thought I should be getting, because I paid you. So now you have to do what I want you to do.
Actually,
nothing about me paying for what the fuck you said you was offering. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
All right. You said it was a movie and I was coming to see a movie. Fuck all that.
This is a concert now.
It's a concert now because I paid $800.
Like,
please, bro.
You can't go to McDonald's and ask for a Whopper.
Bro, you can't go to what you say? You can't go to McDonald's and get mad because the motherfucking cook ain't ringing you up.
Oh yeah, I did say that. I was like it's like you can't go ask the cashier, or if there's no cashier there, you can't get mad at the cook for not checking you out. That's not his job. That's not what he came to do. Like, he came to cook food. You can't yell at somebody and ask them to do something different. Like, that literally doesn't make any sense to me.
You went to Burger King and asked this nigga to make your bed. Shut the fuck up and get out.
Like, get the fuck out.
And that's what she should have did. And that's why I can't be famous. Yeah. Because I'd have straight, get your dumb ass up and you not getting a refund.
No, you could do that. And I think she should have done that. 100%.
I'd have said, you niggas could get the fuck out. How about that?
Need to get the fuck ASAP. Yeah.
I don't like that. I hate an entitled motherfucker. Maybe it's because my job make me deal with them a lot more too. I've always hated entitled niggas. But
okay, no, I think that's like, just generally like common sense.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's my job too, is people always being like, do it like this. I
do
it
this,
like
do that, do this, do that. What did I tell you was paying for?
Like, what? You came to me. Fucking weirdos.
Get your ass beat.
Fucking weirdos.
Anyway.
Weirdo fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is an interesting one.
Okay.
Okay, so Kobe Bryant. Nope, gonna try that again. Kobe Bryant's parents sold his championship ring because they needed money.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
People are so mad at his wife
Mm-hmm.
because she's not financially supporting them.
Okay.
However,
you about to say something I don't agree with. Go ahead.
No. However, his parents disowned him way back when. They disowned him for being with her. They had no relationship.
Oh.
Yeah. And people are on her ass being like, why aren't you giving them money? Just give them money, blah, blah, blah. Personally, me, fuck you. Because he would have never given you money. So it's not up to me. It's kind of like, okay, so yes, my grandparents are back in my life right now. Like they are. But we spent majority of my life without my grandparents because, and it was my dad's choice because whatever, family stuff. But it was my dad's choice, not my mom's. My mom just followed whatever he had said. However, she was all for it, but whatever he wanted, she was like, okay, those are your parents. Okay. It came time to when we would be like, okay, well, they're getting older. Like, what about a funeral? She'd be like, it's up to your father. Whatever happens, it's up to your father. And so I understand where Giselle is her name, right? Giselle Bryant, where she's coming from because he wouldn't have given you money because you disowned him. You decided that's not my son. So now that you have no money, you're coming around being like, we need money. Sorry. I don't like that because you don't want anything to do with him. You just want financial gain.
And I'm not sure if maybe, I don't know, I wouldn't know this because I don't, whatever, but like, I would imagine if like y'all was that close and he would wanted y'all to have like some sort of stability.
He would have left something.
He would have left y'all something.
Because they got more than about $1 billion.
He probably left them like the ring and shit because how else would they have sold it if they didn't
have
the ring? Like he probably gave them some things, but it's like, unless they blew through that money, like I don't know. It's a lot of unanswered questions. But if you ain't had a relationship with your motherfucking parents and you had $1 million and your mama came out of nowhere like, yeah, I want some money from my son, I straight up would be like, bitch, you better get it how you live.
Better get a job.
You want $1 million? How about a job application?
Yeah.
Amazon Flex pays $72 a route.
Because you better clock in.
Okay, and if you finish the motherfucker early, you can get same day pay, sister.
Talking about clock it, bitch. You better clock fuck in.
Clock the fuck in and lock
Talking about in your resume. How about that? Because the thing is, it's like you can't come to. I don't care who it is. You can't come to me and ask for money or tell me how down and out you are. Now, my heart is a little bit colder maybe than some other people. But I don't like to be hoed. I don't like to be played. So if you treated me like shit, you treated somebody like shit, you disowned me. If you made a choice or you acted a certain way to me and then I had to make a choice to have you in my life, and the only time you come to me is when you're down and out and now you need money, no.
Get the fuck on.
No, because you're using me. That is so disrespectful. Oh, it's his parents. They didn't want to be his parents. They made that choice. You disown your kid. You chose not to be his parents. So there's always like but that's your mom. That's your dad. Those are the people who birthed you. And they chose to not have that relationship with me. Yeah. They chose not to be parents. So as far as I'm concerned, whether I'm dead or alive, those are not my parents. That's not my choice. The end.
I agree. Yeah. You can't come at motherfuckers do that shit all the time. You cannot disown somebody, push somebody to the side, whatever the fuck like that, your kids, and then just come back once they have something. That shit happens to a lot of rappers all the time. All the time. Happens to athletes all the time. That shit is so sad to see because sometimes a lot of motherfuckers just go on along with it because like they just want their parents around. Yeah. And, like you don't like these motherfuckers be coming from like fucked up neighborhoods or like not lower income homes and shit like that or just regular houses and shit. And they be wanting their parents around because, like, a lot of motherfuckers use you. A lot of motherfuckers steal your money. A lot of motherfuckers don't protect you. And you just feel like if anybody in this world gonna have my back, it's gonna be my parents. Just to find out these motherfuckers only want you for your cheese. That's so fucked up.
It is.
That's really fucked up. And it's also fucked up of you to ask this lady for this money when her husband is gone and her child is gone.
And she's the reason you disowned him?
And I'm the reason that you disowned him. Bitch,
Yeah,
you better if you don't drag your ass to the Goodwill and see if they got something for you.
Because he's not here now. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Rock.
We're gonna lose the house. It's a shelter up the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
I donate to a shelter all the time. Mm-hmm. They got stuff for you.
I got some money for you, actually. Sorry. I'm gonna get you a good $300. They got some dog ass tents down at Walmart, sister. They be real insulated. You know what I'm saying? If you go out do you some DoorDash for a little bit, you can get you a little
air mattress in
little
there.
Air mattress, a little heater, bitch. What? You're gonna be the hardest thing on Skid Row. You're gonna be the richest bitch on Skid Row.
Yeah, I probably won't tell you. I'll have somebody else do it, but yeah, I hate that shit. You hear about it all the time that they come around whenever, whatever. And like, I love my grandparents, but I feel like they came around because they're in their 90s and they don't have anyone to take care of them. That's why I feel like they came back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's up to
I thought that too, but I ain't.
No, 100% was that. But it was up to my dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to make that choice. And I mean, I don't see them often, so it doesn't matter to me. And they're so nice to me.
Yeah.
Because I know and it sucks because later in life they can be like, I made a mistake. I should have been around. I should have did these things.
Now that you're 97 years old and you need help walking up the stairs, all of a sudden you love your family so much.
That's why it's tough.
Yeah.
But in this case, no, babe.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Shitty parents. Well, to get into some more shitty parents. Have you heard of Miss Shirley?
I don't think so.
Great. So Miss Shirley is this little girl. I think she's like...
Oh, yes, I have.
Okay. The little girl, she does the little dances on TikTok and stuff. For y'all who don't know, Miss Shirley is this little toddler. I think she's like maybe under 6 years old. She might be actually 5 or 6, but whatever. She went viral on TikTok because she does little like country dances. She wears like these cute little like cowboy boots.
Slays
and
it.
Slays it. She be eating it down every time.
More rhythm than me for sure.
Okay, more rhythm than I could have in my pinky toe.
Yeah.
You hear me? And so, people saw that and they loved it. And so she just got huge and huge and huge. And she got bigger and bigger and bigger. And like now she's famous to the point to where like people want to book her and do meet and greets and like talk to this little girl. And so over time, what has happened is, it started out like they would go to little hoedowns, right? Because they're country people. So go to hoedowns where it's like families and a bunch of different people and like people walk up to her, take pictures. Her parents will charge niggas to take pictures with her, all that shit like that. Then it started to morph into where we're going to do club appearances. We're going to have this toddler in the club on the hoedown nights and just take pictures with adult people to the point to where like,
It was like Drew Barrymore, like back in the day.
And so now they have a tour that they do. They go around the whole country and they do appearances, meetups, all that stuff like that. And there's always adults there, specifically adult men who just come up to try to take pictures with this little girl. And so the internet went, what the fuck's going on? Because it's crazy. Yeah. And the mother went to online to talk about, well, Miss Shirley being famous. People want to see Miss Shirley, Miss Shirley, blah, blah, blah. Miss Shirley, Miss Shirley, Miss Shirley. Let me just slow it down a little bit. First of all, why are we calling this girl Miss Shirley when she's a 5-year-old? You put Miss on adult people. Miss this, Miss that. Who was that? Was the camera went off?
No.
Oh. All right, let me get the pistol.
No.
Miss Shirley for this little 5-year-old is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But what's even crazier than that is that you're taking this little girl to clubs.
Yeah. I don't think the meet and greet is necessarily weird. I think you can absolutely do a cross-country tour, do all these things. I mean, it's how you do it. The settings you put her in. You could totally set her... She's famous. You could totally set her up to be financially free for the rest of her life. To do what she loves. She's this young, and right now she wants to do this. Help her follow a dream. This could get her on TV. This could become... this could catapult her into different things that she would like to do if she would like to do it. But whereas She needs Keke Palmer's mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
She needs a mother, Zendaya's mother, who is not going to leave a room.
Mm-hmm.
Who, well, I guess she's not leaving them. She's the one selling her. But, like, it's like...
And that's the part
that's the problem is, like, you can absolutely do what she's doing. The concept of what she's doing is the concept of a plan.
Please, go ahead.
The concept of what she's doing isn't wrong, I think.
I don't agree.
I think it's the time, like, we're in. Like, this absolutely could catapult her into having a career in film or something, or this would, like, that would have gotten her on the Ellen show back in the day, like, would have gotten her on different talk shows. That's just not a thing anymore. It's how you're doing it. Don't bring her to a fucking club. She can take pictures with people. People can't touch her. I've seen so many videos of grown men picking her up. That's fucking weird.
That's fucking sick.
Why are you letting that happen?
That's fucking sick.
You should never let a stranger pick up your 5-year-old anyway.
Number one.
Let alone these random grown-ass men. That's fucking weird. Like, I've taught kids, and that's fucking weird. Like, I've been around kids most of my adult life of teaching them and being around kids that young. And to think that many people would be picking them up, doing whatever, that's fucking weird.
My whole thing, the whole entire shit is fucked up to me for multiple reasons. Number one, let's be fucking completely honest right now, right? What fucking 5-year-old has the autonomy to tell their parents, I don't want to do something, I don't like to do this, I don't want to do that? What 5-year-old black child specifically has the autonomy to be like, Mama, I don't want to do that, I don't like this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, right? Now add that, the answer to that question, to contractual obligations that your mama signs you up for. You 5 years old. You can't say no to shit. Your mama tell you do something, you do it. So if your mama say we going on tour on all 50 states, you can't say no as a kid.
It's show business. It's like being in film. You can't, if you're booked for a movie, you can't just because you're 5 not want to go to set. You have to go to set.
But what I'm saying is you didn't have a say so in anything from the get go. The second that girl went viral, I feel like her mama took advantage of that and just started doing shit because she know that little girl she literally cannot say no.
Yeah.
That's just how we just raised. You don't say no to your mama, especially when you that little. She don't even have the concept of autonomy. It's not even a thing in her brain. She just go, my mama said I got to do it, so I got to do it.
Yeah. That was just like the Lindsay Lohan stuff and all those other people who were like, I was literally in diapers doing commercials, so that's all I knew. Like, there wasn't a time where I was like, I don't want to do this. That's just what I did.
And even when I don't want to do it, I have to do it because my mama said I got to. And if I don't, I'm going to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit happens all the time. The little crazy white bitch with the kids on that Hulu documentary.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Ruby Frankie.
Ruby Frankie. Prime fucking example. Them kids don't want to do that shit. She yelling at their asses, screaming at their asses, beating their asses if they don't get on that fucking camera, smile and do a quick little one too, because she want that motherfucking money.
And the boy recently came out and he was like, so people would always be like, you were like a teenager or, well, from young kid to teenager, you were on camera. Like, did you ever not want to film? He's like, yeah, but I knew I had to. So I just did it. And I knew that if I just did it, then it would be over.
Boom.
So it's like, you'd rather just do the job or whatever. And maybe she does love it. Like, there's people who are born to perform.
Maybe.
But like, I feel like a tour is like, that's not her choice. Like, you can be like, okay, you love this thing. We're going to do a couple shows. Boom. But to like sign a whole thing, like, what if halfway through she's like, Mom, I don't love this anymore? You make her do it.
Because now we signed to do the shit.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. So that's the first one. The second reason, we need to round up every last grown adult that went to meet this little girl and put them niggas on the island. And then when we put them on the island, we got to go find them big ass rainforest snakes and just put about 10 of them bitches on the island and put cameras up on all the trees and 4K cameras and live stream these fucking snakes eating these bastards. Because why your grown ass, there's no other reason for your grown
Like,
ass.
you didn't go with kids. You went by yourself.
Listen to me. You went by your fucking self. You grown as fuck, and you paid to see a 5-year-old so you can hold this little girl and take pictures with them. What other fucking reason would a grown adult, male or female, go see a fucking child? Pay to go see a child.
Yeah. It reminds me of dance.
Because she's the only famous one here. Not her mama, not her daddy,
Yeah.
not nothing. It's just the little girl. What the fuck is you going to see this girl for?
It reminds me of dance competitions because I used to go as a dance teacher. And for those who don't know, basically they will rent out like a ballroom in a hotel. And it will be hundreds plural, of young kids, mostly girls, because it's in dance. So there will be guys, but mostly girls from ages 3 even to 18 in little outfits, like little leotards, bra tops, like dance outfits are for the most part very either revealing or skin tight.
When I first started to come around, like when you was working in dance, I was so uncomfortable at those conventions because it would just be all these little girls running around with damn near their ass out. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here?
It's weird. When you grow up in it, you don't see it sexually because like you were that kid.
Yeah.
So you don't see it that way.
Yeah.
But then when I started to get a weird feeling about it was like, because I never went to comps. Like I went to one competition a year because I don't want to watch it. Sorry, I love my kids. I don't want to watch it. But I would go to one comp a year and then eventually... But that was only when like I met you, I started going.
Okay.
I never really went before that because I didn't care about competition. It was weird as fuck when I started going and being like, well, whose dad is that? Oh, it's nobody's dad. This is a grown man in a hotel because anybody can walk in and watch the competition.
Because it's in a hotel full of people.
Like that they don't make people pay to watch. Like
or like check
or have
in
tickets
or like
wristbands.
anything to identify that you're here for the comp.
Anybody staying at this hotel, which is a million people, can walk into this bar. There would be a ton of men sitting alone watching these dance comps. And that always fucking weirded me out so bad. Like, it was so weird because it's one thing when it's like your dad, you're a kid up there, your dad is watching because it's you. And he understands the even though they're still fucking weirdos who have kids in it. He understands like what this is. These are just kids dancing, whatever. But when you are a random grown ass man who are going there, death penalty. Sorry.
You gotta go. You gotta get up out of here.
That's so weird.
We gotta take you to the roof and throw you off that bitch, bro. On my mama.
Always said it was that. Even my dad talked about it a long time ago because when my dad started going, because I was in competitions myself as a dancer, and him and my little brother would be like, "There, like anybody can just walk in here." Like, that doesn't seem right. Like, why don't people have wristbands? Why aren't people being checked? Why isn't there like a, whose kid is yours? Whose this is yours? Who are you related to? Why can any grown man just walk in and see these little girls dancing? Like,
at any time.
I don't like it. When people were like, well, why don't you post your kids? Like, when I blew up on social media, people were like, oh, you have this whole other life of teaching dance? I was like, yeah, and I will never put them online because I know the people who comment on me. I don't want those fucking weirdos commenting on these kids. Hell no. I don't want to have them seen. I didn't follow one kid. I never did any of that because it was so weird. I didn't want anyone to find them.
Yeah.
Like, people are fucking weirdos. And any grown ass man who's going to see that girl
should
be arrested.
Do y'all want to? Let me tell you something.
Like,
y'all setting up these goddamn. Let's talk about it. Y'all setting up these motherfucking sting operations to get these Latin Americans that's not doing shit but going to motherfucking work every goddamn day and deporting them to a place they ain't never fucking been to a day in their life. But y'all don't want to do shit about these niggas that want to come around and fuck all these kids.
You will, because they're also
y'all don't want to step
because
then they gonna take your freaky ass too. You niggas are weird. You niggas are freaked out. And the only reason y'all going to see that child is because y'all have a weird fucking fetish. And those fucking parents somebody need to call CPS on them goddamn parents because you know what the fuck is going on. You grown as hell. You know these motherfucking weird ass niggas is coming up here to see your daughter because they freaked the fuck out. You know when they taking pictures with your daughter that they taking them pictures for one fucking reason. You know what the fuck you doing when these grown people are around your child. You know that. I know you know that because I know that.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so say you're doing this tour and you have her performing and people come to see. That's not on you. People are coming to see. To me, it's the fact that you're letting them take pictures and touch her. Because any kid who's online. Like, we know people who have kids and they post them online. Any freak weirdo can come see their pictures and keep them, okay? You have a kid who's performing in a dance show. Anybody can come see them. You have a kid at a water park. Anybody can come see them. It's the fact that you are monetizing people touching your kid. I don't like that. It's one thing because I grew up in the performance life, so I get that people can come see.
You selling your daughter?
Yes, the pictures and the touching is so
you
fucking
selling
weird.
Your daughter? It's weird. These niggas in here by themselves.
Yes,
but you selling your daughter.
Yes, but that's not up to you. Who buys a ticket and sees the kid perform if that's what she's doing?
Mm-hmm.
But who touches your kid? Who you let near your kid? Who you let take a picture of your kid? That's your choice. You are
you chose to do that. You chose that. You let that happen.
And you can say, you can't tell people how to raise their kids. I can't tell people how to raise them, but I can tell somebody what is inappropriate. That is so inappropriate.
That shit nasty. We gotta round them niggas up and we gotta chop all their meats off and we gotta, for real, bro, because this shit is getting too freaked out, bro. Mm-hmm. It's getting too freaky for me. That is insane. Yeah. And you niggas should be ashamed of y'all. So I'd be goddamned if I have a motherfucking daughter and she famous as hell and I sell meet and greet tickets and another grown ass man walk up talking about some take a picture with your daughter. Nigga.
No, he sure can't. Well, yeah, where's your kid? Your kid could take a picture of my kid. But
your child can take a picture of my baby all day.
Yep.
What the fuck you think you about to do with my...
Yep, it's fucking weird.
We got a hole in the back for niggas like you.
It's like so predatory, and the fact that they're allowing that is so inappropriate. I just hated seeing the pictures and the videos of people, grown men, picking the kids up. That's so weird.
It's fucking disgusting. You niggas should be... You niggas... Bitch. Anywho.
Oof. Okay, this one is... All right. So... TS Madison was on the Nene Leaks' podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw some of it, but not all of it. So I think you missed the part where she was talking about trans women being liked by straight men.
Yeah. No, I missed that part, but I know it's a thing.
Yeah. So basically, how do I even get into this? In my opinion, Nene Leaks was super transphobic. Okay.
I agree.
Didn't even know what happened. You're like, I agree.
Well, based off of what she was saying in that video, because sometimes
did you see the video?
You was watching some of it in here. I was hearing how she would speak about certain things. Yeah. It's like I think that there's a strong difference between like somebody just being ignorant on how to speak about things like that versus somebody who just don't give a fuck and just say what they want to say.
Yes.
Nene is that person.
Yes. I think Nene was speaking out of judgment and not out of allyship. She was not asking questions to learn. She was asking questions to judge.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what was happening, people, is so TS Madison is a trans woman who doesn't have bottom surgery. And so Nene said...
she'll gladly tell you about how big her dick is. But go ahead.
And she gives big dick energy. She is big dick energy.
You know?
Okay? But Nene said... I didn't like how she said it, but she said, I'm not interested in men who are interested in you. In people like you.
Mm-hmm.
Already, the way you've set the tone there... means that you think she's less than you. You think she's less of a woman than you.
You sure do.
Like that is exactly.
You came out the gate insane.
Like, and so she was like, so what would you call a man who's into someone like you and someone like me? Bisexual? And TS Madison was like, no, I'm not into. Well, like maybe he could be pan, he could be whatever, but like I'm not into gay men.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm into straight men. If you put TS Madison and Nene Leaks in a room and you told no one in there that there was a trans woman in there, everybody would go, they are both women.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are. But no one would even think that TS Madison is trans. Nothing about her gives trans until she says it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so Nene kept being like, well, no, he has to be gay or he has to be bi or he has to be this. He can't be a straight man. And TS Madison was like, but I'm a woman and I look like a woman.
Mm-hmm.
He's not into what a man looks like. He's into what a woman looks like. And I physically represent a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So whether he sees my appendage or not, to him, I look like a woman. So he can be straight and be into a trans woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and also, like, say he does something once or twice or whatever, that still doesn't make him gay. Like, it makes, like, he's like, oh, do I like, I don't like this, or I do, or whatever. But Nene the whole time is like, no, 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 people like you, no. Like, it was so transphobic. Yeah, she was saying, I only want a man. Nene said, I only want a man who likes cat. I don't want a man who likes dick. And it's like, oh, okay. So what now? And like the whole conversation was so fucking weird to me because, one, why are you so passionate about that? About telling me that any man who likes me isn't a man who can like you.
Yeah.
Like, why are you so passionate about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she just kept saying it like it was beneath her. Or like TS Madison was beneath her. And I think TS Madison handled that so extremely well. She's extremely well spoken, and like the way she talks about any topic, literally, actually. She does it so well. Like,
she's always been like that too. She's gone on a lot of different like black outlets and had that exact same conversation with a gang of different people and explained it the exact same way over and over and over again. That's why when she was doing it, I was like, well, she about to just read from the script again because she did this 100 times and you niggas don't get it.
Yeah. And it's so sad that she has to like continue to explain herself because these people don't want to hear her. They want to make it known that she's less than them.
Well, that's like the old school like way of thinking about the whole like I the only reason why I kind of understand Nene is because she's fucking like 70 years old.
Is she?
So it's like, no, I just threw that out because she's old as shit.
I don't think she's that old.
She old and she's Southern and she's Christian. You know what I'm saying? So it's like old Southern Christian lady.
She was a stripper. How she became a housewife is she was bought out of the club by her baby. What's his face?
But what you don't know is that one of the greatest things that
she's 57.
One of the best things that an old Christian person can do of any race is fucking deflect. They can deflect and they can act like their whole history is gone because they're a new person.
Yeah.
Because God made me new. He got me out the strip club. So I'm not that person no more. Bitch, you used to suck dick in the back room to make sure you paid your rent. That's how you met, like... You met your husband that was rich as fuck because he met you at the strip club.
Yeah.
You took your trick and he turned you into a housewife. Literally and quite literally.
No, just literally. Just literally.
Yeah. You about to say something else?
It's about it, but not like.
Oh, yeah. No, I hate that a lot. I hate that this conversation still has to be had. I hate that motherfuckers still like that because you niggas.
Okay.
You niggas don't want people to explore their sexualities and figure out where they are. You don't want niggas to be out and tell you what they like, what they don't like sexually or whatever the fuck. You don't want a nigga to tell you that he's bisexual because you don't want to fuck with no bisexual because to you, bisexual niggas are gay, which is not true because gay and bisexual isn't the same fucking thing, but you niggas don't know the difference, so you just lump it into one. If you anything but straight, it is what it is. You want niggas to be in the closet, you want niggas to not, especially you Atlanta motherfuckers, you want niggas to be in the closet, you want niggas to not say nothing, you want niggas to be just not be open about none of that shit because it's gay. But then when you fuck a nigga and you get AIDS, or you get the clap, or you get other bullshit, this nigga done got out in the streets doing shit in the shadows, then you want to cry. Then you want to go praise. You want to, this nigga got to go because he did blah, blah, blah. But as you niggas let niggas be themselves and let niggas explore their sexuality and find out who they are and not shame them for it, huh? Then maybe you niggas wouldn't have all these broken homes where you finding out your nigga doing the bending. Because a lot of y'all niggas is doing the bending.
Because they're not getting it from you.
Because they can't get it from you. because you're not even gonna touch his booty hole, and his booty hole been quivering for the past 2 years, but you wouldn't know. And every time he take your hand and he put it towards your booty hole, you snatch it away instead of putting the thumb up in there like he wants you to do.
And that's why I always talk about, like, I feel like sex is just something that should just be talked about. Like, it's not a big deal at all.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the two biggest things in life that are taboo are money and sex. And I feel like those are the things that run us as people. Those are the things that consume us in private as people.
Mm-hmm.
And if people were way more forward with the things that they're interested in or not interested in, or wait, maybe I want to try this, do this. The talk about like your sexual health would be more, how do you say? People would be more comfortable to talk about that. People would be more comfortable to get tested.
Mm-hmm.
People would be more comfortable to do these things. And then there wouldn't be such a mass spread of STIs and stuff, because it's like people would be protecting themselves more because they're more free to be doing things, not hiding things and whatever. And so it's just like, I hate that it is a Christian thing, because in a lot of like cultures, like in the Philippines, in India, there's a lot of cultures where trans people existed long ago, before colonization. Colonization was the introduction of Christianity, which made it like illegal and put this whole stigma on people expressing themselves and what gender
being
was.
anything but straight.
Like,
yeah.
they're like multiple genders past male and female existed long before colonization. If you actually look into it. And
sexualities have been all over the place. There's a history of like Japanese motherfucking, I don't know if you call them kings, but people who rule like the villages and shit, of them having like boyfriends and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a new concept.
People were wearing men were wearing makeup because they had like the crazy designs and things.
I
and,
mean,
like,
come on.
all of these things that people,
Two spirits in Native American cultures.
Yeah.
Like, come on. This shit been around, bro.
people like joke about lady boys, but it's like there's a normalcy in different cultures that is like not a big deal. Like in certain brown cultures, like people don't care about men being effeminate. And like there's certain Indian cultures where men are really affectionate. They hold hands because that's not weird. Like, they just hold hands like with their best friend walking down the street. Like, they're super touchy. Like, Christianity is the thing that made exploration wrong. It's just really fucking weird.
It's very fucking weird to me, bro.
And like, not that it matters, because none of it does matter. But like, what is your, like, to Nene's and TS Madison's thing, like, what is your, like, what makes a man straight to you? Because it's hard.
That's not.
Or what makes a man gay? Like,
So hear me out,
okay.
right?
Okay.
Straight, gay, blah, blah, blah. These are all social constructs.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
None of it exists.
This is the way how we identify things, blah, blah, blah. I believe the strong majority of every human being on this planet is in some way, shape, or form bisexual. I think that most people, you may have a certain preference to certain things. Like, I obviously have a preference towards men, right? Like, I find men more attractive than women.
Yes.
Bitch, fuck you.
Sorry.
What the fuck? Like,
I mean, I don't know.
you got 32 inches in here and you used to wear a purse, nigga. What are you talking about?
But I fuck bitches. You do. And you got bitches. Yeah, I got bitches. Sorry.
That is so crazy, bro. Like, what the fuck type of shit you be on? Listen, I think most people are bisexual.
There's a spectrum.
There's a strong spectrum, and
Everybody's on the spectrum.
And women are prime evidence of that shit, because
Man, you get one shot to a lady.
dumb bitches be gay 2 shots into the night, bro. And it's all women. Every girl I've ever known has been like that.
But you know why? It's because it is palatable. Like,
and women have the freedom to express their sexuality.
Yes.
Men don't have that same thing.
Women can dress more masculine. Now, there is obviously bias and there is prejudice, but women can dress more masculine, and it's like, oh, she's cool, she's different. Women can like sports. Oh, she's cool. She's a bro, but
But
we still like.
but
She's
it's
still a
also
woman.
socially acceptable for two women to kiss in public.
Yes, like it's like
Like that's the main
that's
thing.
because that's the fantasy. Two men kissing is not the fantasy, but two women. My girl wants to have a threesome with another girl. Hell yeah.
But the crazy part is that it be so many niggas that want to kiss other niggas,
Yes,
bro.
yes.
There's so many men who want to kiss other men, and
Yeah.
if men had the same freedom to explore their sexuality the exact same way women do, if men were allowed to walk up and rub on each other's booties and grab each other's dicks,
They do though.
which they fucking
Literally
do
and then they just
already.
They just make it a joke.
and they just ha ha ha. That's so funny, Bryce smacks your dick, but
Meanwhile, they
nigga, you
have
really want to just.
just.
These niggas be kiki and ha ha, and these frat bros be kiki and ha ha all the time, putting fucking dicks on shoulders and shit. And the second them niggas get drunk as hell and the fucking frat party is over, them niggas be up there jerking each other off, bro.
Yes, I can confirm that.
And then they hold that secret and they be best bros since college, and they never fucking go anywhere else besides hanging out with fucking with each fucking other. And they grow older and they be in their 50s and they have wives and they always taking fucking work trips together because them niggas was fucking in college, bro.
Yes. Correct.
And had these niggas just had the freedom to do that and not be judged by society and not have anything, you know what I'm saying? Like if there was no issues around it, then we wouldn't have these fucking conversations. We wouldn't have these problems. And we wouldn't have to be sitting here trying to figure out what makes a man straight when really all of you niggas be bisexual.
Yes.
To some degree. You may have more preference to women, but there's a few niggas you would gargle on if you had the chance. You would take that bitch to you would use that motherfucker as a throat lozenger, nigga,
Yeah.
if you had the opportunity to.
Yeah. I agree.
So that's my answer.
I agree. I think none of it matters. And I've always said
It really
like, none
doesn't.
of it matters.
It really doesn't.
Sexuality, nor does gender matter. And before I even knew what any of this was, like when I lived in Amherstburg and people used to tell me, why do you do this thing that's for girls? And I always said, but I'm not a girl, so clearly it's not just for girls because I'm a boy who's doing it. So anyway, and I said that from the time I was little, and I didn't even understand gender construct because that was not a conversation. It was just, why do you want to dance? That's for girls. Why do you want a purse? That's for girls. Why do you want long hair? That's for girls. Why do you watch this? Why do you like these shows? That's for girls. And from the time I was so little, I just always said that. Well, I'm a boy and doing it, so I guess it's not just for girls. Like, it never even offended me. Never even was a thought because
You're just like, why are you fucking
like,
stupid? I like these.
I'm like, why are you telling me this? What does that have to do with me? Anyway, like, the fuck? And I've just always felt that way. Like, who cares? Why do you care who your neighbor's fucking? Why do you care who your friend's fucking? That's gay. Get out of my business. Like, why do you care?
Why do you care? Because
It
your
does-
religion?
It doesn't make sense.
Because your religion told you so?
Your religion, but whatever. Like, but and then also say I'm a part of that religion too. Why does that matter to you so intensely? Like, I just really don't understand. I've never been in people's business like that. Like, I don't get it.
I couldn't give a fuck what nobody is doing as long as they ain't doing it to no fucking child or
Yes.
somebody who didn't consent to it. That's it.
Yeah. I don't care about your gender personally. You could be whatever you want, whoever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't offend me because it's not me. I don't care what you think I am. That also has nothing to do with me.
Bro.
Like, where you think I belong has nothing to do with me. I don't care if you are my parent, my man, my anything. Just has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's stupid. That shit's slow.
Yeah. People are just nosy and are miserable.
Yeah. Do you have any other topics?
Yeah, but it's kind of just like two of them. Okay. So, oh wait, where did it go? So this is weird. So there's a 40-year-old man in Georgia who's kind of under fire on social media because he got a 17-year-old pregnant. But age of consent is 16.
Age of consent could be 12. Put that nigga on the island.
Exactly.
What are we fucking talking about?
He said he went online to defend himself. He was like, well, yeah, 16 is weird, but like 17 is not, because it's well over the age of consent.
It's 1 year.
Okay, let me tell you what's even weirder. She was homeless. He brought her in to take care of her and get her off the street. And he says, well, I helped her. She's not on the street. Now we're going to have a baby together. And it's completely legal. So, like, what do you mean?
And she's going to be a single mom.
Well, he's he's 40, so he'll be dead.
She should be a single mom now.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, but she doesn't feel. Obviously,
I know she doesn't, because
right,
she's
that's
a
called
fucking
grooming.
child. Yeah, and she was groomed.
Yes. And two, like, I mean, what you'd, in her defense, even if she did feel like she was groomed, like,
what am I gonna do?
I'm not going back to the street.
Yeah.
Like, this is my way to not.
This is,
you know.
oh my fucking God, I need Jesus. I was about to be like, I ain't going back to the strip club.
I ain't going back to the strip club.
That's a terrible time to say that.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's an awful time. That and the kawaii thing, I'm
You're
really
0 for
I'm
2.
0 for 2 right now. I'm really fucking it up today.
Yeah.
I'm stinking the joint up.
So this is who he is behind closed doors, everyone. He's just letting his freak bag fly.
Flick flag, flu flag. You flu flamming, nigga? Go ahead. What you saying?
Yeah, I just thought that was fucking wild because it's not illegal, right? So it's like no one can do anything about it. And he met her of age.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see the video of him talking, he's a little slow. He's a little slow.
What do you mean?
He's got a little. It's the way he speaks.
He a little dumb. He got dropped on his head.
There's something in the way
a lisp.
He talks.
It's like a bad lisp where he's
it's
just
not
like.
even a lisp. It's just he sounds
dumb.
Dumb.
Okay.
Yeah. He's slow for sure.
I had to stretch this leg out.
I know. I just do this and this. I get like.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I got underwear on, so I could have just, whatever. I'm gonna just do that.
Yeah. He's a freaky weirdo.
Put him on an island. Not even an island. Put him in a building. We need to get a building. We need to put a maze on each level of the building.
Yeah. And
we're gonna have them Vietnam type traps in that bitch. With the sticks. You step on something, the wrong panel on this floor, and a blade wall come out and poke your ass up like a goddamn marshmallow. You gonna be a marshmallow. We gonna make pedo s'mores out of you niggas and sell them to that snake outside. Okay, we're gonna have big graham crackers, huge graham crackers, and chocolate bars, and we gonna put you in between them bitches and put you out there for the snakes to munch on. We're gonna go snake camping, snake campgrounds, and you gonna be the s'mores they eating.
Okay. I personally feel like if you are above the age of 20, you shouldn't even date a 19-year-old. I think if 20 is in your name, you shouldn't date anybody who says teen in their name. Unless you like met when you were both like 1 year apart. But like you
can only date somebody within your number bracket.
Yeah. Within the decade.
Within the decade. It's weird when these 30-year-olds be with these 20-year-olds. It's weird when he's not when 40 be with 30s.
Here's the thing. I feel like once you're 30, you can do whatever you want.
I agree.
Yeah. Once you're 30, frontal lobe is there.
Free reign.
Do whatever you want. You want to fuck a 60-year-old? By all means.
I would. It's a few of them. They fine as hell.
If you are in your 20s or above, I don't even care if you are 20, you should not be dating somebody who says teen in their name unless you were a teen when you met and they were 18.
Like if you were 17 and they were if they're 17 and you were 18 and y'all just stayed together and like now they're 20 and you're 20 and they're 19.
On the age of consent.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like then I guess that's what the fuck ever. I mean, whatever. Like
if you were 19 and they were 18, yes. If you were 17 and they were 16, yes. But if you were 18 and they were younger, no.
If you were 18 and they were 16, what the fuck is your problem?
No.
Yeah. Up until you get to 20, they gotta be 1 year younger for it to make sense.
Yeah.
You get a 1 year gap.
You get a 1 year gap. Yeah. It's just, but if you are 20 and you meet them and this says teen, I don't want to hear it.
I've never understood that. Like, maybe I'm just not
There's just so many people. Why
wrapped
do you
too
have to do
tight.
that?
I don't know. It's just like there's so many fine people that are your age or older.
Yeah.
Because you're a fucking predator and you want somebody that you can manipulate.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why.
I can't, like, what do you have in common at 40 with a 17-year-old?
When I was 25, a 20-year-old was gross to me.
Yes. Yes.
A 20-year-old, a fucking 18-year-old.
I'm 34. I wouldn't even date somebody who's 29 now. Like, if I had to date again, like,
fuck no.
You have to be in your 30s.
You have to be.
And even 30 is so weird because that's 4 years younger than me. Like, that's weird. Although you're like 4 years younger than me. 3, but.
Yeah. What am I, 31 or 30?
I think you're 31.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You just turned 31, and I just turned 34.
Maybe a 29-year-old, but it's a fucking.
But that's closer.
There's a hard stipulation.
Like,
but
that's
just
2
20s.
years.
Just, I hate 20. I don't want to hear 20 nothing.
I know, right?
20 something?
Yeah.
If you don't get your motherfucking ass on
The whole time
somewhere,
they just call you grandpa. That's what you did to me. Because I was like 30. I was in my 30s for 2 years while you were in your 20s for 2 years.
Grandpa.
Yeah.
I'm going home to my old man.
My whole fucking nipple is out on this thing. I didn't even notice. I just looked over and my fucking nipple was
Y'all welcome. I knew it was out. I didn't tell y'all.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, you got anything else?
We're going to go to the end of the show.
Okay. We're going to get into the point of the show. Or, wait. We're going to get to the point of the show that they call What's on Your Heart. It's where you can write into our Emmizzie Instagram.
To swear so much because I'm not editing all this for a thing.
What are you talking about?
You always go into the What's on Your Hearts and it's like, this, that, and I'm like, I'm not editing all those out. You got to get more creative.
Says the bitch that be cussing every 5 seconds in the start of the show. Listen, you can write into you not even fuck me up.
You put the B right back.
We're gonna get into the point of the show that we call What's on Your Heart. It's where you can write into the Emmizzie Instagram page about anything you got going on in your life you want some advice on, or if you want to rant about anything, we might just read it aloud. Mm-hmm. I'll give you an example, but I'm being told by the white man, that I have to wash my mouth. God. And so I'm going to wash my black Negro mouth. I'm going to let the white man read what's on your heart today.
Like, I need you to get a full grip. I need you to grab a hold of it, get a grip. You're so dramatic.
Right into the Emmizzie podcast. We might just read your stuff aloud. You can do voicemails as well. Just don't make them voice too long, or we're not gonna skip over them because ain't nobody trying to listen to all of that. What's the right in?
There isn't one.
Oh,
right. Where it's what's on your heart. So this is what's on our heart. Well, mine.
On your heart?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But what's heavy on your heart, child?
It's the conversation of these ICE raids.
Oh, okay.
And it really is like horrendous to see.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think only just because it like feels personal. Like, obviously I can see what's happening and be like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
And like we see it happening here, like in this community. I mean, like there's a hell of a lot of brown people here. And it seems like every week I see somebody in the community where we live, without saying the name, kid at school, ICE raid, taken.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody at work. Immigrants don't work. They don't pay taxes. Why are you only picking them up at work though? Why?
Saying somebody don't work and then detaining them at their employment is nasty.
It's like insane.
It's nasty work.
The IRS partnering with ICE to like find them. How would they be able to partner if they didn't pay their tax? Doesn't make sense to me.
Definitely despicable.
And I understand that there's a lot of like the discussion of like it's happening to Hispanic people, which it very much is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just like based on what community you live in. Like we aren't in LA. We don't have a massive Hispanic community here. We have a huge Arabic community here.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of Arabic people are being detained.
Yeah.
So you see that. And then it's like to think about like my family are immigrants. And it's like, so to think like somebody who's lived here now for the majority of their life, because everyone keeps saying illegally. Like, we have to debunk that. That yes, there are people that they're detaining who were here illegally, but they're also detaining people who are citizens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, to think even like my grandma who came here from Trinidad, not here, sorry, like they're doing this, they're gearing up to do the same thing in Canada. They just put a whole immigration plan out about canceling people's visas and all of these things.
Yeah, because now they on some make Canada great again stuff,
Yes.
which is very sick. But go ahead.
And so to think that like you would just go pick my grandmother up, who is here legally, and then go not, because the thing is like, okay, so what? You deport her back to Trinidad, she'll be fine. She's got family and everybody there.
Yeah.
But that's not where they're taking you initially. They can take you to this random fucking place. You don't get any food, and you're not washed. You're not any of these things. You have no rights. You have no human rights. They're doing it to kids, to elderly, to obviously everybody in between as well. But like kids, kids who were born here, kids who have never been to that other country, and they're just dropped off. Like that's it. Like actually, like, it doesn't make sense to me. And so it's like, how are you to penalize a child? Because say like, oh, well, their parents should have did this. But how are you to penalize the child for that? And to traumatize them and do like this to a child who's like as young as 10 that I heard of. I'm sure there's younger, but the youngest one I've heard of is 10. Taken. No family, nothing, just taken. Like that's so absurd to me. And this has been something that I've obviously been nervous to talk about, and because they're coming from people who are here legally. I'm here legally. I have a green card, but that doesn't matter. So like, it is scary to talk about because it's like, you just make yourself a target, and it's like, oh, are you selfish? Yes. I don't want to be, you see the conditions that these people are being put under. I don't want to be there. What the fuck? I don't want them to be there either, but it's terrifying to see what's happening to people and be like, I'm one comment, I'm one post, I'm one this away from being next. Like, they just took Hassan off of this entry into US thing. They just did it today. They revoked his something to enter the US and do a thing. Like, that's a massive ass creator. Millions of followers. That doesn't matter. Cabby Lane. It doesn't matter how famous he is. He's a target. Like, it doesn't matter. So that is terrifying to think that, like, I could have done all this legally, did everything the correct way, paid over $10,000 to be here, and I could just go be, like, sitting somewhere for days in a cell. No food, not being washed, and then sent somewhere when they could have just sent me back across the border. But they're not going to do that first. They're going to send me somewhere fucking random to be in the inhumane thing. And they're doing it to kids. The whole thing, not because I'm not going to make it about myself. Like, that is just how I feel. But the whole thing is absurd because it is not a crime. Like, it's not a crime. You can get a fine and you can get warnings and you can legally get all these things. And you can say all day, they didn't do this legally. Like, let's talk about the people who are here illegally. Sure. Oh, they should be brought to did this. All right, let's go through the list of all the illegal shit you've done. I'm sure you've drank and drive. That's a DUI. Go to jail. I'm sure you've stolen something as a kid. Maybe you stole candy from a store. Oh, you're 10? Jail. Like everyone talks so big and so this and that and so that. Like, they're so holier than thou. But it's not that. It's because you hate immigrants. No. You hate the specific kind of immigrant. Because you don't hate Italian people. Every person I grew up with, because I went to an all-Italian high school, thousands of kids, their parents, immigrants from Italy. Guess who's not being targeted? Them.
Hey. Message.
Cabby Lane is Italian, but you know why he's targeted? Because he's black. Has nothing to do with him being Italian.
Message.
This is what's so frustrating. Well, all of it's frustrating. You don't hate immigrants or illegal immigrants. You hate...
Okay, Leona, don't say that on a public forum, sister. Go ahead. You asked what's some things that you did that was illegal. She said drinking underage, pretending to be someone else, identity theft.
Oh my
Let's
God,
not
stop.
say that on. Let's hold that back.
Leona babe. Leona babe.
Back out, sister. Back out.
Yeah, it's like you don't hate illegal immigrants. Mm-hmm. Because the reasons you say you hate them are they don't pay taxes. They do. They don't work. Well, they're picking them up at their jobs, so that's fucking weird. They came here for asylum. They are refugees, blah, 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 blah. But, like, they're taking your tax money. What? That's crazy. They're taking your jobs. Oh, well, all of these
she said I was talking about myself. Okay, cool. I got you.
All these field workers are now being deported, so your groceries are getting higher, and now you're complaining because there's nobody to work. You better go fucking clock in, to be honest, because your job's free now. All the jobs that were being taken, they're free. Get your ass over there. Can't wait to see how good these strawberries taste. Like, it just fucking blows my mind. You don't hate illegal immigrants. You hate anybody who's brown or darker. That's what it is. And I also hate seeing people who say it. I'm like, your fucking mom's an immigrant. Your grandparent is an immigrant. You shut the fuck up. Because they could take you too. Just because of it. It blows my mind. Like, it blows my mind just because I came from a community in Canada that was full of Italian people whose parents were first generation. Wait, first generation is born here?
No, first generation.
Moved here.
Yeah. No, born here.
So my friends were first immigration Canadians.
If their
first generation,
if their parents came from Italy and then had your friend here, your friend is first generation Italian Canadian.
Yes, and guess what? Those people won't be looked at because they're not the right kind of immigrant to be looked at for this thing. And it's like, you know, Indian people in Ontario are treated how people are treated here who are being deported. The way people growing up, all you hear is people talk about Indian people. The craziest shit they say about Indian people, still to this day, that Indian people are doing all this X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. Oh, we have all this stuff about Indian. And it's like, those are the people you hate. You don't hate immigrants. You hate Indian people. Just say that. Just say you hate Indian people. Just say you hate Hispanic people. Just say you hate black people. Don't say you hate illegal immigrants. Say you hate this people. Be racist. Just be racist. Just be racist.
That's what I was saying before.
Just do that. Like, it just blows my fucking mind. It's so sad. It's so horrible to see. Like, and the fact that people are like, will be like, well, that's not true. Name them. Okay. Like, I had a conversation with someone I know about it. They're like, well, this is all propaganda, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, well, I can name 10 situations that this happens to in my own community I live in right now. What can you name?
And can you tag me in real quick?
Yeah,
because I want to speak on that part specifically, right? Number one, right? A lot of motherfuckers don't understand. First of all, a lot of you niggas don't have critical thinking. Number one. Number two, a lot of you niggas think y'all know definitions of words that you don't know the full extent of the motherfucking words themselves, right? Hear me out. Let's talk about the word illegal, huh? Mm-hmm. The word illegal does not necessarily, the word illegal does not mean that what somebody is doing is morally wrong or morally deprived or criminal, right? Illegal does not always go to criminality. Mm-hmm. So when things are illegal for the word, right, that doesn't mean that you then get to do to the fullest extent of punishment, right? It's illegal for you to jaywalk. Does that mean that a cop can pull you over and beat your ass and arrest you and give you 20 years to life for that?
Drinking underage
is illegal. Can you go to life for life for that shit? Right? Jaywalking. I said it already, didn't I?
You did.
I sure did. Yeah.
Really passionate about jaywalking.
For sure. You're definitely passionate about that. Driving without a seatbelt, right? There's some places the laws are fucking so stupid. It's illegal for you to hold a catfish inside of City Hall at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Some places it's illegal to chew gum.
Some places it is illegal to chew gum.
Yeah.
Does that mean that gives the right for police to shoot you, to arrest you, put you in prison for eons, for them to give you a $3,000 fine for chewing gum, right? So when you think of the idea of illegal, you cannot automatically mean, you can't jump straight to they deserve the worst punishment because they did some shit illegal. So when people are here illegally, right? That is illegal, but the punishment for being here illegally is not an arrest.
No, it'll be like a fine.
You get a dog ass fine. They might make you sign some paperwork, whatever the fuck it may be. But that does not mean arrest this person because they're here illegally, unless they did something that warrants that, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the first thing. The second thing I wanted to get to is you niggas that be like, well, I'm glad they doing this. Let's get them illegals out of my country. They're criminals. They're murderers. They're rapists. They're this, they're that. Ask yourself, right? Do you believe that because you believe it or because a motherfucker is telling you to believe that, right? You can sit here and tell me all day that these Latin people, the Latinx people are criminals. They bringing drugs over, they blah, blah, blah. Everything your retarded ass president telling you, right? Give me one account where you saw in your fucking face that these people are doing that. You want to know why I don't trust white people? It's because I have firsthand experience of a motherfucker inviting me to her house, damn near treating me like family, just to tell me in my face that she don't want no more black niggers looking at her asshole. That's what I experienced myself. I don't trust white gay people because as much as they preach, we all together, we all in this together, we all blah. I had a motherfucker call me a nigga to my face. Straight up tell me that I don't like black people because they be to this, they be to that. I've experienced that. I've experienced white people following me around the store like I'm about to steal someone I ain't did shit. I've experienced the police pulling me and my sister and my brother over and checking my sister when she underage, grown ass white man rubbing all up on my sister while she crying because she's uncomfortable because this man has his hand up her skirt. I've experienced that. When the last time you seen a Mexican rape somebody? When the last time you got raped by a Mexican? When the last time you got robbed by a Mexican? When the last time a El Salvadorian beat your ass for no reason? You don't have that.
But your uncle touched somebody, and you know that, and the family keeps it a secret.
Your uncle raped you, and you still keep it a secret, and you see that nigga every Christmas. But you sitting here telling me that this Mexican man that go to work every day, work hard for his motherfucking kids and his family, he got to get the fuck on. Bitch, I will beat your ass.
Like, people came to go to different countries to have a better life. To have a life because they feel like for their families and for themselves, they need to be somewhere where they can thrive or survive. And that's a crime?
And unfortunately, they've been fed the bullshit lie that America is the land of the free and the home of the brave, and that the American dream is a thing when the American dream is a fucking lie that people in the country bought into. So I know niggas on the outside are sucking that bullshit up. The propaganda them niggas get be fucking insane. It's really crazy when you from a country or you from a place where, nigga, y'all gotta rub two pennies together to make the motherfucking light stay on, and then the niggas be like, well, you can come here and do whatever you want to do, and you can live how you want to live and be what you want to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's how Americans feel about Canada. Americans think that Canada is the most amazing, safest, most beautiful, wealthy.
Y'all don't got guns, and y'all got free healthcare.
None of that's true because there's shootings everywhere and you still pay for healthcare. I actually don't understand what that even, like, it doesn't make sense.
And the minimum wage is $15, but they don't tell you that that's not shit.
That's not that your rent starts at like $2,500 for a
because the housing market is insane.
And that there's still violence. There's so much racism. Like, there's so much racism there. Like, I experienced it all as a kid. Again, followed around grocery stores because we were stealing. Grabbing the bag from my mom who bought me clothes, and the lady ripped it out of my hand because she thought I was stealing from my own mother because my mom's white. The fact that, like, I was called the sand N-word all growing up, like, all these things, they hate Indian people there. Racism, especially if you live in Toronto, you know how people treat Indian people. It is so insane. Like, the way people are spoken to, the amount of road rage that's like beating on Indian people, purposely cutting Indian people off, the amount of like videos I just grew up watching of like go back to your country bullshit.
Okay.
And people from India come to Toronto because they're fed the lie that you're going to have this wealthy, beautiful life. And it's like you just came from this community that was so poor, you had nothing, and now you're going somewhere where you still have nothing, and yet now you got to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to be alive. And it's like a trap. Like, all of it is a trap. North America is a trap. It all exists. Like, there is no it's better in North America.
Somebody in the chat says, I grew up in a border town on the border of Texas and Mexico. I've lived with border violence since I was a child. I've had friends who gone across the border to a friend's house or party and got murdered for just walking down the wrong street. Known people who got murdered stateside and the killer escaped across and walked free. Okay. So that means they're all bad, right?
Right.
That means every single last person that comes from Mexico is a fucking problem.
But
and I'm not saying that's what you're saying,
but
like that's what when
what
I read
said.
stuff like that, that's what that's telling me, right? And then motherfuckers be going, or I think he said it in here too. Motherfuckers gotta go through the proper channels. Let me tell you something.
Even people come to what? People go to Vegas and go disappearing all the time. What? I'm Mexican myself. Yeah, and there's Indian people who hate Indian people. I know a few who talk shit about
black
them.
people that hate black people, brother. And again, I'm not saying that's what you're saying at all. That's not what I'm getting across at all.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, you have an account of that. That's not. There's people that have had experiences where a black person has fucking robbed them.
But here's my thing too. It's like everyone's talking about like, okay, they're criminals, blah, 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 blah. The amount of priests who rape little boys.
Why are people of color the only criminals, bro?
Yeah.
Why are people of color the only criminal? Every time one fucking person of color does something, then everybody is dead. These white people be robbing y'all in y'all faces. They be fucking raping y'all and killing y'all and the fucking Klan is
like what?
The fucking Klan is on the list of domestic terrorism.
But they still exist.
The Klan is on the list, FBI list of domestic terrorists, and there's literal Klan members. There's niggas who are literally supported by Klan members that are in public office.
In every community.
There's niggas that grew up around them. This nigga Trump's.
Careful.
You're right. There's people in office who have family members who were grand wizards. There are people in office currently whose family members had very close ties to or were Klan members. The same Klan members that are on the FBI domestic terrorism. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, like
what the fuck are we talking about? These niggas tried to kill the governor in 2020. What the fuck are we talking about?
The things that like you can only speak from your own personal experience, right? Like he said, his experience with white people was what his experience was. My experience with white people has been no better. Like, it's been no better, and I'm, like, the most white passing in this room.
And even with that being said, what my perception is of white people, I also understand is not the end all be. Obviously, it goes without saying, but I guess I gotta fucking say it here. Every last white person that I run into, obviously, is not a fucking problem. One of the niggas that if some shit crack off right now, Hagen, some shit crack off right now, that's my white boy. I'm calling this nigga and we crashed it.
But I'm not like all white people should be jailed because I was assaulted
all
by a
white
white
people
person.
Shouldn't be murdered because a bunch of you niggas are racist fuck asses.
Like, it's just it's so wild because if that's what we were doing, if we were really sitting down and being like, okay, if we're generalizing, the group of people who has harmed people the most in this country
are fucking
they're white.
People.
So why? So if we're generalizing, why aren't we doing anything about that?
And fuck the country, the world.
Quite literally, yeah, the world.
The world.
So it's like.
So what the fuck are we talking about?
If we're generalizing, why did we start generalizing only with like brown and
when
black
it comes to people of color?
Why did we only start generalizing that?
These motherfucking Koreans is having literal surgeries to make their fucking eyeballs bigger so they can look like these ugly white bitches that with stringy ass hair and fucked up makeup because the beauty standard over there was changing now because thank God for Jisoo. But the beauty standard over there is for motherfuckers that look like white bitches.
It's Western.
It's African bitches darker than my motherfucking robe wearing blonde wigs and blue eyeball contacts in fucking Africa because they want to look like white bitches. It's fucking Latinos and Mexicans in goddamn Mexico doing the exact same thing. Brazil, the exact same thing. Why is it that every other place where there's people of color, motherfuckers want to look like white people so fucking bad? Is it because they're the prettiest people on earth? Or could it be that these niggas colonized these lands and forced their way upon these people and made these people assimilate to what the fuck they believe, what their beauty standards is, what they think people should act like and behave like and talk like? Niggas wasn't wearing suits and doing all that fucking bullshit they doing in goddamn Liberia until them fucking white people showed up. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, it's literally what I said earlier when I said you don't hate criminals, you don't hate these specific people, these types of people, you hate brown or black people. That's what you don't like. Because if that was your issue, you've known people who got murdered stateside when they went there. Okay, we know people who've been murdered going to the store. We know people who got murdered at going to school. We know people everybody knows people who's been murdered. So are we going to generalize every single person like that? Like, that sounds so stupid. That sounds ridiculous to be like.
And for you to be a Mexican say it's so fucking crazy because there's been a gang of other black people that have killed people in my motherfucking family. And I'm supposed to just be like, fuck all niggas?
Like, that's crazy.
I'm supposed to just subscribe to the black on black violence
rhetoric. You can acknowledge that exists without, like, demonizing who you are.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah. But that's racism. Racism runs deep. Self-hatred and it's like that is the point. Yeah, we don't have slavery today, but guess what we do have? We have internalized racism.
We have the effects of it.
We have today where we look at our features or we look at people who look like us, but we feel like we have proximity to whiteness.
Well, not we.
No, not we.
Well, not we.
Not we.
You know, them niggas, not us. We don't. Hold on. You choose your words carefully now.
People of color who look at other people of color and look down on them because they feel like they have a closer proximity to whiteness, even though you don't. Let's make that clear. You don't, because to them, you're still brown, you're still black. At the end of the day, that is what it is. You can all you want. You can think you can wear the wrong foundation color. You can put them blue ass eye contacts in. You could dye your hair and straighten it. You can do whatever you want. You're not white. I'm half white. I'm still not white enough. It is what it is. But the thing about the generalizations is if you're generalizing your own culture, the white people won. You were doing they don't have to do work anymore. Mm-hmm. That's how internalized racism is. That's how fucking deep rooted and systemic racism is, that you can sit there as a person of color and demonize who you are because you don't feel like you're that.
It's crazy. Dog said evil comes in every color. Absolutely. We have all had terrible experiences that put shit in our head 100%, but it doesn't stop me from meeting people. My best friend's white and I love the hell out of him. And I love that for you.
Yeah.
We just gotta stop with that generalizer shit, even though and I struggle with that. Hey, rocks and glass houses is very, very, very hard. As much as you know, you can attest to this. I don't give white people this much motherfucking grace, bitch.
But you're not like, but the difference is, that's the thing. You can feel that way. You can feel however you want. I always say, just be like, feel how you want. But it's when you are like supporting the harming of other people. That's crazy. You can feel like a group of, say you want to feel like you don't like this whole group of people. Whatever. That's weird, but whatever. Like, you're only speaking from your experience, but you're not going to walk down the street and sock a white person just because of how a bunch of white people treated you for no reason.
No.
You're not like, you wouldn't do that because that's dumb as fuck. Right. So you can feel how you feel.
Because there is black extremists or black radical extremists out here, them fucking Hebrew Israelites. Them niggas are fucking insane. They think that every white person is the devil. They think that every white person has demons inside of them and that every white person is a demon and that we black people are the real Jews, not the white people that call themselves Jewish. I don't know where the fuck we got that from. Yeah, all them niggas are insane. Them niggas are fucking crazy to me. Some of this shit they be saying, I'd be like, okay.
But any like extremist thing that wants to harm or put down another group is like, that is just so weird to me. Sorry, I can't last. I gotta pee. Like, I'm not gonna survive.
Okay,
gotta,
cool. Well, anyway, we're going to be done anyway because we've been talking about this for a long time. So thank y'all for coming to the Emmizzie podcast. My name is Edmund. He's Nicholas. He's about to go pee because he's a fucking old man and he can't hold his bladder. I don't know why he waits until he has to fucking explode until he goes to the bathroom, but he's 3 years old. Come back every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can follow us on, you can follow me on, TikTok and Instagram at Emmizzie. You can follow him at NJ Emmizzie or Nicholas James Emmizzie everywhere. Excuse me. All the links are below. Come back again. Bye.